as Tyler, obviously, as we consider what the United States is having to fund with all this issuance, in large part, it's defense, as that's one of the biggest outlays for the U.S. government. And it seems that despite what we just heard from the president repeatedly over the course of the months, that the U.S. is in control of the Strait of Hormuz, that control does come at the cost of having to have a military presence there maintaining this blockade. The Wall Street Journal obviously reporting now that we're sending in a new aircraft carrier to relieve the Lincoln. What does this signal?
Well, Kaylee, just on the heels of that reporting, that, of course, comes amid lawmakers here in Washington demanding answers about the viability and the sustainability of keeping crews deployed that long. Senator Richard Blumenthal sent this letter to the U.S. military saying that the Lincoln has been deployed for more than 250 days and has not made a port call in 200 days, setting a record for consecutive days at sea. We should mention that this switch in aircraft carriers that you both outlined at the top of the program was planned, according to the Wall Street Journal's reporting, so it didn't necessarily come on the heels of other reporting about what those conditions really do look like. It is something that we will keep our eyes closely on. Our own analysts at Bloomberg Economics have gone through their own projections about exactly where our stockpiles at the moment stand. And I would pair that with new reporting today out from the Washington Post that so far the U.S. has used up about 25% of its Reaper drones. These are those smaller scale weapons that are used in targeted strikes and also to conduct surveillance. And Joe and Kaylee, I spoke to the Army Secretary Dan Driscoll the other week, who says that the U.S. is trying to supercharge production of these lower cost weapons, in part because we know that it would be easier to get those out the door and in terms of the timeline compared to some of those more expensive weapons that it takes longer to produce.